Courier recently took a behind-the-scenes tour to see the deterioration of Union Terminal. The Art Deco building, which opened in 1933, now houses the Cincinnati Museum Center. It's been falling apart for years now, largely because of the construction methods used to build it in '33. The building's design allowed moisture to get behind the bricks, which causes the supporting steel beams to rust.
It's a huge facility. It's 504,000 square feet, so there's a lot of brick, there's a lot of masonry, there's a lot of stone, there's a lot of concrete, there's a lot of roof areas. So, I guess I'd say if it was comparable to houses, it might be, 2,000 to 3,000 houses might make up what it might equivalent to the maintenance that might be for here.
The cost of the repairs is now approaching $180 million, according to the Museum Center CEO, Doug McDonald. Doug is here with us this morning to talk about the building and what's being done about it. Good to have you with us, Doug.
Good to be here.
Sorry about this problem. Okay, so it's 80 years since the Union Terminal, now Museum Center, opened.
It's done really well for 80 years.
It's a beautiful building. It's a treasure of Cincinnati. I'm curious, though, you're talking about $180 million in repairs. What did it cost to originally build that?
Well, if you look at it, and we actually ran a consumer price index, current evaluation. So the whole Union Terminal project, which included more than just the railroad station, would have been about $1 billion originally. But that included the rail improvements. The railroad was relocating all the passengers. They didn't sort out the building by itself. But it was a huge infrastructure project and did it in the '30s.
And it is Cincinnati. I mean, Union Terminal is such a signature image in Cincinnati. And what is it going to take to get it back to stellar condition?
What we want to do is really fix, there's really kind of a problem with the steel that's behind the brick facade. And that problem has been getting worse and worse over the last 80 years. And it's really now to the point that's beginning to literally begin to push the brick off of the exterior. And eventually it'll start falling off in large sections. And so we want to get in and fix that before it gets to that extent, which really makes it, it's a 500,000 square foot building. And so this is not that expensive relative to the size of the building. And of course, it's a landmark building that everybody in our community loves and appreciates.
What is it going to take to raise the funds for the work, and how are you going to raise that?
Well, there's a lot of expenses that go into this, and there's private sector fundraising we do for the operations of the building. We do that for the exhibits and the programs that we do. But we are asking and have been asking the county if they put this on for a tax levy to restore the building. It's a public building. It's owned by the public. It serves the public. It has for 80 years. We want it to serve the public for another couple hundred years.
And what would it impact? How would it impact the taxpayers if the levy's approved?
Well, importantly for us, it impacts the taxpayers a lot less if we do the work now versus later. And so these costs go up, and if interest rates go up, you could increase the cost taxpayer by, by 30–40%. So right now, the cost of the project would be it's $180 million, depends on the interest rates, but it'd be about $14, $15 against the assessed valuation of a $100,000 home.
And I'm sure people will support this great part of what Cincinnati is. We appreciate you coming in, Doug.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you again soon.